Shalom, Lahabakarim, Shal Yasha. Peace to the elect of Israel, starting with the 144,000 elect men, 12,000 from each tribe. Alright, Shalom to all of you. Alright, before we get started with this lesson, let's give the much due all phrases, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QaDash Holy, NAWA, NAWA, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QaDash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone, and much due respect to you, sincere Akim, that's laboring in the works. And shalom to you believers, to the Akim wa which will be your brothers and few among the sincere sisters who do subscribe to this truth. Abarakas out this lesson is edifying, played upon the table, straight to the point. I'm your brother Malkaya. Today's topic, we're going to go into concerning Edom, so-called white people, something along that line. All right. Okay. Let me start out with a scripture right quick. Let's start off with let me go here right quick. Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. Is the so-called white people, Caucasians, all right, the small hats, are not the holy people in the Bible, are not the chosen holy people. They are not the righteous people. All right, they're not the people who the God in the Bible and the Messiah in the Bible loves. They're actually the people who our power hates, as written in the scriptures. As written, for Jacob have I loved and Esau have I hated, just paraphrasing. Okay. The book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9, in the KJV. This is red lettering. The Messiah is speaking, so YAHAWASHI is speaking. All right. Not Jesus Christ, but YAHAWASHI. He saves, he delivers. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, right, spiritually, with this wisdom and knowledge, faith, wisdom, knowledge of YAHWASHI. And I know the blemishment of them which say they are Jews. And I know the blemishment of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. All right, false prophets. Okay, take a good look. Take a good look. All right, take a good look. All right. That 501c3 chart, which a lot of these churches are under, they all tell you lies. All right, they're not telling the 100% truth. All right, false prophets. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this. Abominable preachers. All right. False teachers. False teachers. All right, false prophets. The synagogues of Satan, right? For an example, Esau, Amalekites, Edom, is these so-called Jews. People of today are biblically known as the nation of the Amalekites, who are the descendants of Amalek, the first grandson of Esau, which makes them the head tribe of the Edomites, so-called white people. Right? You got Edomite, Idumeans, right? So-called Caucasians, your so-called Europeans, your so-called Germans, so-called Russians, so-called white people, right? Your so-called pure, good people, right? If anything, they're the real black people. They're wicked. All right, take a good look at these people down here. Edomite Amalekites, Jewish converts. All right. Synagogue of Satan. All right. Okay. They are just synagogue of Satan. All right, synagogue of Satan. They're not the true Jews. They're not the holy people. All right, read that again. Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. Right, us as a nation, so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native American Indians. Right, those you see right here on the 12 tribes chart. Okay. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blamishment of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Right, the breakdown down here, the part which says, but thou art rich, spiritually because of the knowledge, right, the wisdom and knowledge, the understanding of the words of YAHAWASHI. This truth, but not physically. Blamishment of them which, right, which say they are Jews, right, applies today to the inhabitants of the land of Israel who call themselves Jews but are not, thus Jewish, the fake Jews. Because if those over there, the current inhabitants of the land of Israel, were the chosen people, right, Isaiah 2 and 4 for an example, it wouldn't be any more war over there. But you still got war going on over there. Isaiah chapter 2 verse 4, and he shall judge the nations, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. All right. So for the breakdown here, when Israel are returned to the land of Israel, right, the chosen people, the Israelites, there will no longer be any war. Right after this war, World War III, that's it. Okay. All right. In the kingdom of heaven, there ain't gonna be no war. This therefore means that those occupying the land of Israel today are not the real Jews. When Israel, right, Yasha who you see here, okay, when Israel are returned to the land of Israel, when the Israelites are returned to the homeland, right, there will no longer be any war. This therefore means that those occupying the land of Israel today are not the real Jews. These the small hats. These people right here are not the chosen people. They're not the real Jews. They're Jewish. They're wicked. They are the so-called Caucasians, the Edomites. Wicked. They're evil. They're accustomed to do evil. They're accustomed to do anything that's against righteousness. All right. They're wicked. All right. I'm going to read this picture right here. All right. Take a good look at this so-called Jew right here. Okay. It says here in this article or this picture, we are a parasitic people. Yeah, the so-called white people are parasitic people. We are a parasitic people. We have no roots in the soil. There is no ground beneath our feet. And we are parasites, not only in an economic sense, but in spirit, in thought, in poetry, in literature, and in our virtues, our ideas, our higher human aspirations. Right, for an example, let's get this very quick. Accustomed to do evil. To do evil. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 23 in the KJV. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? They can't, right? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. So a Edomite, so-called white people, are accustomed to do evil. How can they do good? How can a so-called white man, a so-called white woman do good, do righteous, when they are accustomed to do evil, to do wickedness? Okay? For an example, let's go to a little of the Bible very quick. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. The book of Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16 in the KJV. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, which makes up the nation today, the so-called white people. Amalekites, Edomites, so-called white people, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. So for an example, right, fornicator, we're going to do this word fornicator. In the Greek, that's what it's spelled as. Where do you think that industry, that field came from? Pornography, from the Jewish. And in such field, in that field, you got a lot of sexual immorality going on. Men on men, woman with women, 2 men, 1 woman, 2 women, 1 man, no orgies, a lot of that gay shit going on, the homosexuality shit, that lesbian shit, bestiality, and all kinds of shit, man. All right. What's another popular one that these so-called white people are into? Pedophilia. They like to have sex with little children. All right. It all goes back to them being a fornicator. Parnas.
Strong's G 4205. Parnas. Parnas.
I'm going to get straight to the point here. Let's see. The Strong's definition. Parnas, you get a male prostitute as venal, i.e., by analogy. Let's see. I'm going to get straight to the point. Whoremonger. All right. So you got a prostitute, you got a whoremonger. All right. It all goes back to Esau, to the so-called white people, man. The outline of biblical usage. A man who prostitutes his body for another's lust or for hire. So think of escorts. What they also call it, gigolos, right? Escorts, right? They prostitute their body for another person's sexual desire, for another person's lust. At least there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau. So at least there be any one who's going to prostitute themselves for another person's lust or hire. All right, a male prostitute. All right, and now you got a lot of women that's operating as a parnas. All right, especially our women. A man, you got a lot of Israelite women that's doing this too. A man who indulged in unlawful sexual intercourse, a fornicator. So at least there be any Israelite, so-called black, Hispanic, Latino, Native American Indian, Israelite fauna, who's going to behave like an Edomite. All right, you into that gay shit. All right, that's a no-no. All right, that's a no-no. Being a transgender, that's a no-no. All right, practicing sodomy. All right, that's a no-no. If you don't know what sodomy is a man who put his private member, his private part, his rod, inside another man's or woman rectum, the anus, where you take a shit at. Where you're supposed to empty out, your bowel movements, I guess you could say. All right. Bestiality, man or woman with beasts. All right. Children, men or women with children. All right, and etc. Men, woman to woman, orgies, and etc. All right, this is something that goes back to these people, to these Edomites. They into that gay shit. They into that unlawful sexual acts. Okay. So yeah, they're accustomed to do evil, and one of those many evils that they're accustomed to is doing that gay shit. All right. Okay. So no, they are not the real Jews. They're not the chosen people. Okay. Let's go here. Revelation, chapter 3, verse 9. The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 9, KJV. Behold, I will make dumb of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not. Which say they are Jews and are not. Which say they are Jews and are not. Which say they are Jews but are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet. Right, Lord YAHAWASHI and the nation of Israel, the sons, right, YAHAWAH, the sons of the Most High YAHWASHI. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them, the Edomites, for an example. I will make them to come and worship before thy feet. Worship before thy feet. Worship before thy feet. Worship before thy feet. And to know that I have loved thee. Love who? The Israelites, for an example. It's written, Jacob have I loved, and Esau I hated. For an example, damn, okay. The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved. Jacob represents today the 12 tribes of Yasha, so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native American Indians. All right, the 12 tribes. Jacob, okay? As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. But Esau have I hated. Esau, Amalekites, Edom, the so-called Jews, right? The Jewish people of today are biblically known as the nation of the Amalekites, who are the descendants of Amalek, the first grandson of Esau, which makes them the head tribe of the Edomites. This is the people, the nation, men, women, children, young, old, Idumeans, Edomites, that YAHWASHI hates. But who does he love? He loved us, starting with the elect right now. Right, because 2/3 are out of their minds right now. But they'll come back in the kingdom in their right minds through the loins of the elect, man. All right. Let's see. Let me get another one. Oh, this is another picture that I got here. Right. Let's see. Look how young they took our babies. All right. So guess what? All right. The book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 16, KJV. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Right? And for an example, right, that thief that stealeth, right? You Edomites got a lot of blood on your hands, man. Because you stole a lot of our children and separated us. Stole lands. Okay. Okay, it's John. Okay, so let me go back here. John 10 and 10. Alright, so the book of John, chapter 10, verse 10, in the KJV, the thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. So the breakdown, right? Whereas this originally applied to the wicked scribes and Pharisees, this now applies to Esau. Okay? So this now applies to Esau, so-called white man. That thief that cometh not but to steal and kill and to destroy. That's all they do. That's all they know. They're accustomed to do evil. They break apart families. They take land. All right, they're a thief. They're not the holy people. Plain and simple. They're not the holy people. They're wicked. Okay. Check another picture very quick. It says something here too. It says, and we are parasites, not only in an economic sense, but in spirit. In thought, right? They're accustomed to do evil. Evil, wickedness is all they know. In poetry, in literature, and in our virtues, our ideas. So an example would be a toughness, that porno shit, as one of the many ideas that makes them a parasite. And that industry itself, that pornography industry, destroyed a lot of nations, man. This place is a sex pool. All right. This place is polluted, and our higher human aspirations, for example, trying to fulfill the NWO, the New World Order, that digital beast system, getting people chipped up with his RFID chip, the mark of the beast. Okay. Let's see. I want to make less than too long. I want to get straight to the point. Let's see. Let me go back here. Let's see. Oh yeah, let me get that very quick. The so-called white people are going to slavery. There's nothing you can say. Doesn't matter what you write on the comment boards. You can say all kinds of evil things. Doesn't matter what you say. You so-called white people will be slaves in the kingdom of heaven. There's no escaping from that. All right. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9 and 10. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Oh shit, my bad. So check this out. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. For example, so-called white people has led the nation of Israel to captivity. Even your heathens, the non-Israelite people, right? Your heathens, the Chinese, Africans, all right? The Persians and right, and except that all these other nations, right, also partook at some point leading us into captivity. So guess what? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the fate of the saints of the elect. Okay, so all you nations, especially the so-called white people, men, women, children, young, old, will be slaves in the kingdom. And if any of us brothers, we see a good-looking Edomite woman, we're going to take her as a concubine. All right? We're going to take the good-looking Edomite woman as concubines. All right? Plain and simple. All right? If she ain't good-looking, most likely she's going to be left in the field to work. All right? But yeah, you other nations are going to captivity, man. All right? Especially so-called white people. All right? According to the scriptures, okay? Let me get another one. Let's see. I think First Thessalonians First Thessalonians, what was that, 1-6? Is a righteous thing to recompense those. Let's see. Oh, it's 2 Thessalonians, my bad. 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians, my bad. Right. Yeah, okay, so 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6 in the KJV. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God. YAHAWASHI, right? The Most High, YAHAWASHI. It is, it's like it's seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. So all you nations troubled us. And to this very day, the so-called white people, our current oppressors, are still troubling us. So it is a righteous thing, according to the scriptures in the Holy Bible, for our power to put all of you nations into captivity, being slaves. There's no escape from that. Okay? Nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Something along that line. 2 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 8 KJV. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. So there's nothing that you so-called white people and you heathen nations can do against the fact that you going to be led into captivity, because you led us into captivity. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So guess what? There's nothing that no man can do against the fact that you Edomites will be in captivity. But for the truth, you just gotta accept it, and you will have no choice, because you will be physically put into captivity. All right, there's no running, there's no flying away, there's no escaping. Doesn't matter how deep you go into the rocks and into these bunkers, how high up you may fly up, it's close to the atmosphere. There's no, you can run, but you definitely can't hide. You can only run for a period of time, but at some point, YAHAWASHI will come back with his elect men and put all you nations into captivity. Alright? So the so-called white people, the Amalekites, the Smohites, are not the chosen holy people. They are the wicked. Alright? They're the ones that's taking peace from earth. Taking peace from earth, the destroyer of earth. They're the reason why everything and everyone is mourning. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Obviously, the righteous is not in authority, because everything is not rejoicing. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. People are mourning. People are sad. People are depressed. People are killing themselves. Creatures, life itself, creatures, trees, nature, animals are suffering too, because of the so-called white people being in rulership, starting with the wicked elites. Alright? The real virus of life here on earth. AHTHAH was edifying, playing upon the tables. Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, Native American Indians, we have enemies, and the so-called white people are truly our enemies. And the scripture goes into, in Sirach, never trust thy enemy. We are to never trust so-called white people. All right? Never trust them. Even if they put on a front like they're friendly. Nah, that perpetual hatred is still there. And it will be revealed when all hell breaks loose. So the chosen people in the Bible are so-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, Native American Indians. And the chosen wicked people, I guess you can say, right? The one who's actually wicked, right, is so-called white people. All right. Hopefully the lesson was edifying, playing upon the tables. Just close out by giving a much due all phrases, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QaDash. Double honor to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone. And much due respect to you sincere Akim that's laboring works. And shalom to you believers, to the Akim wa which be your brothers and few of my sincere sisters who scribe to the truth. Alright, shalom.